Evening hours. You are lying on the couch, and your cat is curled up on your lap. Their eyes are half closed. They are purring like a motor. Everything is completely peaceful. You slowly run your hand through their fur. Once, twice, 3 times, and suddenly, that peaceful moment shatters. Your cat snaps their head around, ears pinned back, and sinks their teeth into your hand. A sudden bite that doesn't cause agonizing pain, doesn't draw blood, but absolutely shocks you. Just as you are about to pull your hand away, those jaws loosen, and a warm, sandpaper-like tongue begins to lick the exact spot they just bit. A bite, followed immediately by affectionate grooming. Most cat owners know this bizarre ritual. The internet calls it the love bite. People assume this is just a weird display of affection, or perhaps their cat experiencing a momentary mood swing. But they are wrong. Those tiny teeth you felt on your skin, and the swipe of the tongue that followed, is not just a cute habit. It is a complex neurological and hierarchical message, rooted thousands of years ago in the unforgiving rules of the wild. And when your cat does this, they are actually using a very dark, very subtle way to tell you exactly who is the boss. To understand this, we first have to look at what happens inside your cat's brain in the fractions of a second when that bite occurs. While you are petting them, your cat's oxytocin levels, the famous love hormone, are peaking. They are relaxed, they are safe, but a cat's coat is not like our skin. Every single hair follicle is directly connected to a massive, hypersensitive nerve network just beneath the surface. This network is so incredibly precise that it can detect changes in air pressure or the vibration of a bug several feet away. When you continue to pet the exact same spot over and over, these nerve endings start to overload. Veterinary behaviorists refer to this approaching limit as overstimulation or sensory overload. That rhythmic petting, which feels so relaxing to you, suddenly turns into static noise in your cat's brain, an unbearable sensation of an electric shock. The oxytocin cuts off instantly. In a tenth of a second, it is replaced by adrenaline. Your cat's autopilot engages, and their brain issues a single command: stop this contact immediately. That is the moment the bite happens. It is not an attack. It is drawing a boundary. In the wild, there are no words. There are only physical limits. But here is where the real mystery begins. If this was purely a command to stop, why do they lick that exact spot right after? Why not just get up and walk away, or hiss and wait for you to turn your back? This is where evolutionary psychology and wild feline hierarchy come into play. In cat colonies and among wild felines, grooming is never just a tool for hygiene. It is a social weapon. In science, this is called allo-grooming, mutual grooming. When two cats groom each other, it looks like a purely friendly interaction. But detailed behavioral research has revealed a very interesting truth. Within a group of cats, the one doing the licking is always the dominant cat. The dominant cat grooms the lower-ranking cat to display power, to leave their scent on them, and to remind them of their place in the hierarchy. If the subordinate cat gets uncomfortable and refuses the grooming, the dominant cat lightly bites them on the back of the neck to pin them down. Do not move. I am cleaning you. I am in control. Now, take this rule of the wild and bring it into your living room, right onto your own hand. You crossed the line while petting them. They warned you and bit you, but they do not truly want to hurt you because you are their source of survival. You are their family. So that licking action immediately following the bite is not an apology. Quite the opposite. It is a display of affectionate dominance. Your cat is masking your scent with their own saliva using that sandpaper tongue. They are claiming you. In their own language, they are telling you, I didn't like how you were touching me. I told you to stop, and you stopped. Good job. Now, I am taking you under my protection by cleaning you. But this is not just an issue of hierarchy. There is a much deeper teaching instinct at play here, one that traces all the way back to the den. Do you know how mother cats teach their kittens about boundaries? Exactly like this. When a kitten becomes too rough while nursing or playing, the mother cat will lightly bite their neck or paw. That bite means, enough, know your limits. And when the kitten freezes and submits, the mother immediately licks them to soothe them and make them feel feel safe again. You learned the boundary. Now everything is okay. When your cat bites and then licks you, that ancient mother-kitten circuit in their brain might be triggering. In that moment, in their eyes, you are a giant, hairless, clumsy kitten who doesn't know their boundaries and desperately needs to be trained. They are teaching you how to behave. They are training you according to their own standards. And to be honest, they are quite successful at it. Because when they bite you, you pull your hand back. And when they lick you, you smile and forgive them. Their system works perfectly. So, can this cycle be broken? Should it be broken? If you are uncomfortable with these sudden mood swings from your cat, what you need to do is learn to read their body language. Because cats always warn you seconds before they reach the bite phase. We humans are simply too blind to read the signs. Did the tip of their tail just start to twitch slightly? Did their ears flatten sideways, resembling airplane wings? Did the skin on their back ripple slightly under your hand? That is the exact moment the neurological storm begins. It means the oxytocin is depleting and the adrenaline is rising. Pull your hand away slowly, right then. Do not make any sudden movements. Just break the contact. Leave them with no reason to deliver that stop bite. If you are too late and you feel their teeth on your skin, yanking your hand back quickly is the biggest mistake you can make. Pulling your hand away fast triggers your cat's predator instinct, and that love bite can instantly turn into a real hunting struggle. Just relax your hand, remain unresponsive, and when they start to lick you, accept that you have learned the lesson. Our cats do not speak the same language as us. They do not have words. Their language is forged by thousands of years of survival in the wild, genetic codes, and flawless neurology. That small, gentle bite, followed by a lick, it is not an imbalance. It is not just a show of love. It is your little indoor predator's way of showing you how deeply they have accepted you, where they place you in the hierarchy, and the profound cellular bond they have formed with you, all while drawing their own absolute boundaries. They love you, but they love you according to their own rules. And the rules of nature are always a little darker, a little more complex than we like to imagine.